Two brothers, one identity, one wife. And for 5 years, she had no idea she was married to both of them. It started like a perfect Lagos love story. Wealth, attention, a husband who never failed her. But one random afternoon, inside a shopping mall, she saw something that didn't make sense. A woman, a child, and a necklace she had personally designed for her husband. That was the moment everything began to fall apart. Because by the end of that day, she wouldn't just discover a secret. She would discover her entire marriage was a lie. And the man she trusted with her life was never just one man. In Lagos, people don't just marry for love. They marry for comfort, for security, for a name that opens doors before you even knock. And when Biola married Femi Adeleke, people said she had won. Not just the wedding, not just the man, but life. The wedding itself was something out of a dream. Gold everywhere, soft lights reflecting off crystal glasses, music floating through the air like a promise. Biola smiled through it all. She looked radiant, untouchable. Femi stood beside her like a king who had chosen his queen. Calm, confident, controlled. The kind of man that didn't need to speak loudly to be heard. And from the outside, their life only got better. Femimi would say, Biola, you're my anchor. If I ever lost you, I'd lose everything. And she believed him. Because he never gave her a reason not to. He was always home early, always attentive, always present. He knew the little things. How she liked her tea, how she hated loud arguments, how her foot twitched when she had nightmares. It felt like love, deep love. The kind people spend their whole lives searching for. But sometimes, what feels like perfect love is just perfect planning. It started on an ordinary Tuesday. Nothing special. No warning. No signs. Just a normal day. That quietly became the day everything broke. Biola was at the mall. Relaxed. Happy. The kind of happiness that comes from feeling safe in your life. Then she saw her. A woman. Laughing. Holding a child. At first, nothing felt strange. Until her eyes dropped to the necklace. Gold. Custom made. Engraved. F.A. Biola froze. Her mind tried to explain it away. Maybe it was similar. Maybe she was mistaken. But then the child turned, and her heart dropped. Same eyes, same smile, same face. Too familiar, too close, too real. Then came the words, Junior, stop running. If daddy sees you like this, no ice cream for you. Daddy. The word didn't echo. It didn't explode. It just settled, heavy, uncomfortable. Impossible to ignore. She should have walked away. That would have been the easier choice. But something inside her refused. So she followed. Carefully, quietly, like someone chasing a truth they weren't ready to find. They entered a quiet street. A modest house. Simple, peaceful. Nothing like her own home. She waited. Minutes passed. Then an hour. Then another. Her hands were shaking on the steering wheel. her thoughts fighting each other. You're overreacting. This is nothing. You're being paranoid. Until the car pulled up. White SUV. Femi's SUV. He stepped out, relaxed, holding groceries, like a man coming home. He smiled, kissed the woman, picked up the child, walked inside. And just like that, Biola's world didn't shatter. It went silent. She didn't cry. Not yet. She didn't scream. Not yet. She just walked. Slowly, step by step, until she stood at the door and knocked. The door opened. Titi stood there, smiling, confused. Hello, can I help you? Biola's voice barely came out. I'm looking for Femi. A pause. A shift. Something changed in Titi's eyes. My husband's name is Taiwo. Silence. Then, please, come inside. The room was simple, clean, quiet, but none of that mattered. Because seconds later, everything changed. A man walked in, her husband. Femi. But something was off. Before her mind could process it, another door opened, and another man walked in. Same face, same body, same presence. Two men, one identity. That was the moment reality broke. Not cracked, not bent, broken. They didn't deny it. That was the worst part. They explained it. Like it was normal. Like it made sense. Two brothers, one life, one identity, one name. Femi Adeleke. Femi said to Biola, I'm the one you married. Then Kehinde stated, I'm the one who traveled with you. Every memory split, every moment shared, every piece of love divided between two men. But the truth didn't stop there. Because this wasn't just about identity. It was about control. They studied her, tracked her moods, shared notes, planned emotions. Nothing was random. Nothing was real. Through shaky voice, sounding almost like a whisper. Did you ever love me? Silence. Then Femi answered, we both did. That answer hurt more than a lie. Walking away should have been easy. But it wasn't. Because they had already planned for that. Her family, their debt, their dependence, everything tied back to him. Femi said to Biola, you don't need to leave. We can give you everything. That was the moment she understood. This wasn't love. It was ownership. Fear slowly disappeared, replaced by something else. Clarity. Cold. Sharp. Dangerous. Because she realized something they didn't expect. She knew everything. Passwords. Secrets. She didn't argue, didn't fight. She planned. Quietly. Carefully. Like they did. Files opened. Secrets revealed. Deals exposed. If they wanted to be one person, they would fall as one. The airport was quiet. Simple. No gold. No luxury. Just silence. Her phone buzzed. A message sent. I hope you enjoy the life you built. But remember, you share everything now. Even the consequences. As the plane lifted, Biola didn't cry. She didn't look back. Because for the first time, she wasn't losing anything. She was finally free. And sometimes, freedom doesn't come from finding love. It comes from escaping a lie. This is a reminder that sometimes, the person sitting across from you isn't who they say they are. And sometimes, they aren't even one person. Tell me, family, if you were in Biola's position, what would you do? Leave your comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a marriage built on a double identity, please like, subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss the next story.